Hey everyone, welcome to a special Ben Studio live stream today. I'm Kevin McAllister, the community manager here at Ben Studio, and with me I have design manager Eric Jensen and associate art director of branding Shay Casey.
What's up?
How are you fine gentlemen doing today?
Good.
Good. Shay?
You,
good?
Kevin?
I'm doing perfect.
Wow.
Doing well.
Okay.
Perfect.
You went from perfect to well. That's quite the roller coaster.
I got a little nervous, I'm not going to lie.
In a very short span of time.
Got a little nervous, but we're here. Hello, chat. Hi, everyone. I see so many familiar names from our weekly Ben Play stream, so thank you all for joining us. It's a big day here at Ben Studio as we get to unveil our brand new logo to you all. We've been so excited to share this publicly, so of course we had to do it live. To set expectations, we're only focusing on our new logo today. But if you're one of the cool people here joining us, you will be the first one in the world to see this logo. So you're all like in the Ben Studio exclusive club right now. No one can take that away from you. Before we unveil the new logo though, here's how today's short stream is going to break down. I'm going to talk a lot and then I'll let them talk. We're going to hang out for a little bit, about 25 minutes or so, depending on how much they like to talk, and talk to these guys about the history of Ben Studio, our previous games, and also answer a few of your questions. So if you have any questions, go ahead and drop them in the chat, and our moderator, Sam Can Bam Man, is our QA guy here. He'll grab them for me.
This guy's standing.
And yes, we have Deacon here too. But with that out of the way, let's get to it. But first, some Ben Studio fun facts to kick it off. Ben Studio was established in 1993 under the name of Blank Berlin and Company. In 1995, the company went from that name to Eidetic. Siphon Filter released in 1999 on the original PlayStation. After its success, Eidetic was acquired by Sony and renamed to, as you know today, Ben Studio. In 7 years, Ben Studio then went on to develop 6 additional Siphon Filter titles, spanning across 3 PlayStation platforms. In 2009, for the first time in 10 years, the team reached beyond the Siphon Filter series to develop Resistance Retribution for the PSP, and introduce a new protagonist to the series in James Grayson, with this really cool bomber jacket. It's got to be like the most stylish jacket out there, really.
I actually have one of those.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I need to see that.
Yeah.
Really
That's
cool.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Is it better than Deacon's jacket?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
That we'll have to have a debate.
We'll have to debate that
They're
later.
both good
Yeah.
jackets.
Yeah,
They are
both
good.
jackets. In 2012, Uncharted Golden Abyss was a launch title for the PS Vita. And we were actually one of the several PlayStation studios that participated in demonstrating the capabilities of the PlayStation Vita, helping to shape the early development of the portable device. And then, our most recent title, and our most ambitious, Days Gone, launched on the PS4 in 2019, then upgraded on the PS5 at the console launch, then ported to PC last year. So now today, we give you a glimpse of the future with our new logo. Shay and Eric. Wow, I talk a lot. Are you ready to answer the tough questions?
The tough questions.
I'm ready for some softball questions.
Okay. The spotlight's going to be on you two now.
Okay. All right, let's go.
All right.
It's technically the same light.
Yes, technically, yeah. The first one, we're gonna start this off right.
Clear.
Should pineapple go on pizza? Go.
No.
100% yes.
Chat.
Yes, always. Always, always.
I like it. I'm not either against it or for it. It's fine.
You
It's
can't
fine.
be in this debate then.
There's a lot of
You
no's in
can't
the
be
chat.
a fence sitter. You have to choose.
Yes,
An
it belongs on
allegiance.
pizza. Yes, everyone's saying. Oh no,
No, I'm seeing some no's.
there's some no's.
Pineapple,
I'm
yes.
saying all yeses.
There are more yeses. Only with
Only
Canadian
with
bacon.
Canadian bacon. Okay.
Oh.
See, pepperoni and pineapple is really the key. It's more exciting than Canadian bacon because that's just ham.
So Paul McFadden, our QA supervisor here at Ben Studio, he said he's allergic. So no, never. That's
Fair.
a shame. That's a shame.
He's missing out on most of life.
Yeah.
Does most of life include pineapple?
Yes.
All right.
I haven't lived. Okay.
All right. I'm going to be serious now. Maybe. Let's start off with some introductions and background of your time here at Bend. Eric, you've been at Bend Studio for a long time.
Yes.
Like 16 years.
It is a long time.
What games have you worked on since joining?
He was a baby when he started here.
I was a teenager. I worked on Dark Mirror for the PSP and the PS2, Logan's Shadow for the PSP and the PS2, and then we did Resistance on the PSP. We did Combat Ops on the PSP, then Golden Abyss, and then Days Gone.
That's
and then a
awesome.
little bit of Days Gone PC.
Very true.
That's
How
like,
many spin-offs were there in total
oh, I don't
for
know.
Siphon? It's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of Siphon games. A lot of Siphon games. So what, not to put you on the spot, but what was your favorite one to work on?
Oh man. I mean, Days Gone has a special place in my heart, but we talk about that all the time. So I'm going to say Resistance. Resistance, I love that universe. I loved, like, that was a fun game to work on, all the crazy weapons, and then it had multiplayer. That was the last multiplayer game that we did.
Oh, very cool.
That was fun.
So, you know, how has the studio changed from the Siphon Filter days to now?
We've almost tripled in size since then. I mean, since my time on Siphon Filter. I think we were about 40 people, 35, 40 people when I started, and now we're well over 100. So the team has grown. Our skill set has advanced. We've always challenged ourselves and try to one up ourselves on each title moving forward.
So, one of the many strengths of Ben Studio is innovation. Can you give an example of how our team has capitalized on pushing technology in our games to create a big impact for our players?
We've always signed ourselves up for doing crazy things with the hardware. But we've also, I mean, you mentioned briefly of the Uncharted stuff and supporting the Vita and all of its features. I think the coolest thing that we've done that probably most people don't know about was with Resistance. And when Resistance 2 came out on the PS3, you could actually plug your PSP in to the PS3. And if you had both Resistance 2 and Resistance Retribution, you could infect your PSP, and it would unlock a different mode in Resistance Retribution by infecting it with the Chimera virus, by connecting the two games together.
Oh, that's super cool.
That's right.
I didn't actually know that.
So you would plug the PSP in with the USB cable into the PS3, and Resistance 2 would detect that your PSP was connected and that you had Resistance Retribution, and it would unlock a special feature in the menu that you could unlock this infected mode.
Oh, wow.
I
Very cool.
love that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It was super cool.
Do you remember the Metal Gear Solid thing where you put the controller on the table and he would mind shake it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that stuff's crazy.
Yeah.
Days Gone. People really like this game.
Never heard of it.
What would you say
Days
was the
what?
team's biggest accomplishment with it?
Shipping it. I mean, it was the biggest thing that we had ever done. It was the team was the largest it had ever been. The undertaking was more than we had ever done. I mean, the campaign, the length of the campaign was like all of our previous projects combined. It was a big project for the team, and just delivering on it the way that we did, I think was a huge accomplishment.
And the open world team, it was pretty small for such a large game.
Yeah, the open world design team specifically was.
Just Eric.
Yeah,
It's very ambitious.
yeah. No, there was. I think at most there was 6 of us on the open world design team. There was 6 to 8 on the environment team for the open world. But yeah, I mean, it still even though we doubled, tripled in size for that project, it was still a small group of people that accomplished what we did for that game.
Very cool. All right, Shay.
All right, Kevin.
No more Eric. Eric, you can leave now.
Okay.
Eric, get out.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Sure.
All right. How long have you been at Ben Studio?
5 years.
5 years. Right? Directly to the point. That's it.
he was locked and loaded, ready to go with that one.
I wrote myself notes for that.
It was good.
What did you do on Days Gone?
I was the UI lead and kind of developed the in-game identity for Days Gone 2. So that included the look and feel of all the menus and the logos on the start menu, as well as the swipe menu. which
Yeah.
was, I think, the thing I was the most proud of
I love the swipe menu.
on the game.
Yeah.
Because as far as I know, no one had done that before.
Right.
And it's just cool to be able to get to any of the menus without clicking through tabs.
Yeah. That's how I do it.
And that was something that you kind of had to fight for a little bit too.
A little bit, yeah. Some people weren't fans right away,
Yeah.
but I think the fact that you could just, the flexibility, plus it was something that only we could do as a first-party studio, I felt like we really had to try it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, because no one else could pull it off being multi-platform. It's like it was specific to the PlayStation controller and seemed like something we had to go for.
I mean, Days Gone pretty much took full advantage of the controller between the swiping, between the Neo recordings out of the audio speaker.
Yeah.
Even the lights would change different colors. Like if Deacon's dying, it would change the red.
Yep.
Like it really took advantage of the DualShock.
I did that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Good job, you.
Sorry. This
Days
is
Gone's
this,
two
job.
most famous
Hey, don't leave me
designers.
hanging. So we've had our
Big
current
stuff.
we've had our current Ben Studio logo for a long time. Why redesign the logo now?
Why not? No, we're approaching the 30-year anniversary of the studio, which is crazy. The Ben Studio logo's been around for about 20 years, I think, just over 20 years. It feels like the game industry is different than where the studio started that long ago. Kind of the landscape of entertainment and how people consume entertainment. Everything is different nowadays, even the way products are marketed. And it just didn't feel representative of kind of where the studio is now, but also where we plan to go in the future and kind of allowing us more flexibility.
Right.
So.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. And like when you were developing our new logo, by the way, he's like the man of the hour today. It was like a solo.
Oh, man.
He redesigned this new logo. You know, obviously got feedback from the studio, things like that. But like he put in the work and has made this new logo so cool looking. So applause to you.
Thanks, Steve.
Even though we haven't shown it yet, you'll see it soon. A couple minutes. We're almost done talking. But in developing the new logo, what were the pillars that you stuck to ensure this logo represented Ben Studio?
The primary thing was to create something that was kind of abstract and minimalistic. The reason for that is to be able to apply a ton of various treatments to the logo. I think that over time that's one of the things that can extend the longevity of a logo, is that if you can keep applying different treatments, you can change with the styles and the tones of the time. Where if you have something really illustrative or decorative or that's really on trend right now, it might be wrong 5 years from now, 10 years from now. So I think the idea was to create something very graphically simple.
Right, makes sense. What was the most challenging for you during this development process?
Working with you, Kevin.
I'm
This
very
right
needy.
now
I am very needy.
is the most challenging aspect. No, I think we had a lot of logos that I really liked personally throughout the process.
Yeah.
So really, even though you have goals and objectives and all that, many things could solve those goals and objectives. So it's like, it becomes a very subjective process as far as like what really represents us. And there were so many logos that I was like, oh, I would wear that on a shirt right now.
Right.
You know, so I think that was the hardest part.
I remember seeing so many of the variations and, you know, voting on it as a studio and, you know, like even this one, it wasn't one of my favorites at first, but now I just love it. Like it's my,
Grows on you.
I'm like, I'm so glad we went this way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the first sketch.
Favorites maybe are not so much anymore when I look back
Yeah,
on them.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. Some
It
of
would've
them
gotten
didn't
old
age
quick.
as well. Yeah. But that first sketches that you did, there was like 100 different variations that you played with.
Right.
There were quite a few.
Yeah.
I like sketches.
Yeah.
It's a good way to explore a lot of different ideas.
Right.
Yeah.
So last question for the both of you. Give me one word that describes Ben Studio. I'll start it off. Passionate. This team is very passionate about what they do. They're very talented. I don't know how I'm working here because they're so awesome, but just what they do, it shows in the games they create. And passion goes a long way in the gaming industry. And I'm glad I'm here sharing that same passion with everyone else. Eric?
Should we all hug now?
I think Shay needs to go first because I don't remember what his word was.
You didn't
and
even
I wanna,
write down a word
I
yet.
didn't.
I'm waiting to see
No,
what I say.
yeah, I
so
don't want to
you-
copy yours.
Yeah.
So you go next.
Well, I realized that Kevin already copied my word in his intro,
Very true.
Oh crap!
or
Just use it again.
I copied your word. But innovative, I think, is
good.
the one to me. Like when I think back, I don't know if it's public knowledge, but the Horde Tech running on the PSP or the Vita at one point, like that was incredible. And going all the way back to Siphon, it's like that was a really cinematic game for the time, and you just didn't see that kind of stuff. And I think Bend has always embraced trying something new.
Yeah.
Right? And I think that'll kind of lead into anything that we do in the future as well. So
Right. Eric?
Okay.
Your turn.
I just came up with this. All right.
better be good.
Okay. I just came up with a different one.
No pressure.
I think we're ambitious. Like since I've been at the studio, we've always our eyes are sometimes bigger than our stomach, but I think that we always deliver on that. We don't want to settle just for what we think that we're capable of. We always try to shoot past that to try to push ourselves.
You guys got me feeling emotional now. Like, that's a good answer, guys.
So this is why I don't plan anything because it's so much. It's so much more.
There was so much heart.
Yeah,
that
it was all.
I
It
felt
was all.
that.
Yeah.
I felt that. Thank you.
That was me brushing
I'm
up
going to be
against your
thinking about
leg.
that all day now.
You're going to be thinking about me all day.
I always do.
Thanks.
Yeah. All right. We're done talking. Let's grab a couple questions from chat. Sam gave me some questions to shout out. So from Evolution Pixel. Hey, how are you? How many different logos did you have to go through to get to the final one?
Wow. Probably thousands of variations.
Yeah.
There were probably 60 to 100 sketches, and then those sketches were turned into 500 different treatments. Then we did word mark treatments, so thousands by the time we were done, for sure.
Right.
Along a couple paths.
Yeah.
Right. So another one here from Welcome to Silent Hill. That's terrifying.
Wow.
Why was there a need? Why was there a need to change the logo? Was there a need? Did we, just kind of organically
Peer pressure.
peer pressure?
All the other studios getting cool new logos. No. It was, I think we already addressed that in the questions. It was just, it's 30-year anniversary and 20 years with the Ben Studio logo, and it was time for something different as we move into the future.
Good answer.
Yeah.
So here's a fun one from Bros_ILIA. Deacon St. John or Gabe Logan? Who do you go with?
What's the scenario?
There is no scenario. To dinner. Let's do dinner. Who do you bring to dinner? Gabe Logan or Deacon St. John?
Where are we going to dinner?
Olive Garden.
Did he ask me out or did I ask him out? Like, what's the scenario here?
We asked him. He reluctantly said yes.
Got it. So it's awkward already.
It's
from
already
the start.
awkward. They don't like us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, who are you?
I would say Deacon would go to Olive Garden, but he would not dress for the occasion.
Right. He would be in that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I would go with. I would love to have dinner with Deacon St. John, but I think Gabe Logan would be a little bit more polite. He would come dressed for the occasion. He might grab a glass of wine.
I don't know him as well.
Yeah.
Some nice Alfredo
His
dinner.
on-screen persona.
If you went to dinner with Gabe though, you wouldn't be able to talk about it afterwards.
That is true.
You couldn't tell anybody.
Yeah.
So
I would go with Deacon because we could ride our motorcycles.
that's true.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
hands down, the dinner doesn't
That's a good
even
one. That's a
matter.
good
Yeah.
one. That's a good one. All right. Let's find another one here.
Careful
Villain-
pulling those at random.
I know. Villain of the game. Sam's my man. He's got them all lined up for me. When designing the logo, did you think it should fit the kind of games Ben makes?
Yes and no. I think it was more about the studio culture and what we were trying to communicate. There was a big desire to have something that was representative of Bend and the Bend lifestyle. But locally, a lot of companies here all use cascades and pine trees, and they're very outdoorsy. So we wanted an element of that, but it also needed to look like a gaming entertainment company. So I think that I was afraid of it looking too software, development, and we wanted to really stay on the side of creativity and that innovation.
Right.
So that was kind of the plan.
And last question. Royal 101. How long did it take you to make this new logo?
Way too long. Making the logo, not that long. Deciding on a logo, probably way too long.
Yeah.
We worked on it
a big
on
decision.
and off for probably a year.
Yeah, it's been about a year.
But that was like working on it for a long time, then it would go back burner for a month or two, But it was a lengthy process.
Yeah. We've been using it internally for a couple months now.
For a little bit, yeah.
Trying it out.
Yeah.
It's been great. Inserting into decks and stuff. So I love it.
Yeah.
I just saw it on the monitor in front.
Yeah,
Yep.
I added
Looks
that
pretty
today.
rad.
Yeah. It looks good.
All right, it's about that time. Finally, we're done talking. Thank
it.
you for being patient and listening to us. Are you both ready?
I'm
You
so
ready?
ready.
This is it.
Yeah.
This is why we're here today.
Let's do it.
All right.
Let's go.
Let's unveil our new Ben Studio logo to you all. Enjoy.
Hit that foot pedal.
We're gonna stay quiet. So you can hear into the music. This music is like, we're almost there.
Are you giving them the play-by-play?
I am.
But you're whispering it.
It's too good. I won't talk about it. You're sorry.
Thanks. Pull the back of my head.
Boom.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is. And
And it's gone. Just like that.
there it is. The new Ben Studio logo. Woohoo!
We did it. We did it.
We did it.
Good job, Shay.
Good job, Shay. I love
job,
it.
guys.
I love it. So, chat, what do you think? Drop your thoughts in the chat and let us know.
Brutal. That's my favorite description.
But Shay, how does it feel to have this logo finally be released to the world now?
It's good. I'm preparing myself because,
Great feedback, by the way. Great feedback.
anytime you put something out there, you don't know how it's going to be received.
Yeah.
And it's a lot worse the more you build that up, the longer you work on it, the more anticipation there is that you're like, oh my God, it's going to suck and people are going to hate it.
Yeah.
If you just do something and put it out there, it's like there's no anticipation. But
Yeah.
when you've been working on something
Yeah.
for so long, it's like, I want people to like it as much as we do. But,
Yeah. So you're saying
upset.
spending the last 30 minutes building this up
Yeah.
is exactly your fear.
and then there's some article out there, it's like, this is the worst logo ever.
We're getting W's across the board here.
true.
Thank you.
Winning.
Thank you for the great feedback, everyone. Eric, what's going through your mind right now, man? You've been here for a while. You've been accustomed
Yeah.
to the Ben Studio logo with the letters. But it's this now. It's the end of an era. It's a new direction.
I love it. I love it. The previous logo was created, I think,
Careful
about
what you say.
6 months before I started. So about almost, I think, 17 years ago. So that's a long time to have a logo. And I think that this is, as Shay said, this is where we are now and looking towards the future. So it's exciting to put it out there.
This is the beginning of Ben Studio's future. I just love it. Fits so well with the other PlayStation Studios logos.
Yeah.
It's unique, but it's still that Bend, nice quality. Man, I love it. But we want to thank you all for your years of support, even before any of us were here.
Yeah.
From the Siphon Filter series to Resistance Retribution, Uncharted Golden Abyss, and Days Gone. Thank you for playing our games. This logo is just the beginning of Ben Studio's bright future. We can't wait to show you what we've been working on. So thank you all for stopping by and watching the special live stream today. Stay tuned to our social media accounts at Ben Studio across the board. Following the stream for more coverage on our new logo reveal. We'll be back for our weekly Ben Plays live stream right here on twitch.tv/Ben Studio with Days Gone this Friday, 5 p.m. Pacific time. Then, playing Siphon Filter, same time on Monday, June 13th, when the all-new PlayStation Plus launches. Playing Siphon Filter on the PS5.
That's crazy.
With trophies. So, thank you all for joining us. We'll see you again very soon. Bye, everyone.
See you guys.
See ya.